If you want to become a strong AI engineer in 2026, there are 10 things that you actually need to understand very well. So I'm starting a series to teach you exactly that. Today is day 1 and we're starting with RAG. Now let's keep this very simple. Large language models or LLMs today are super powerful. They are trained on massive amounts of internet data, so they are generally intelligent. But they don't have access to any internal or confidential data. They don't know your company's documents or your internal systems or your customers' data or anything that is private and not available on the internet. And that is exactly where most of the real-world AI systems are living today. Every enterprise that is trying to integrate large language models into their workflow run into this problem. The models are smart, but it doesn't know the business. And more importantly, it cannot be trusted to generate answers until those answers are grounded in real and verifiable data. And this is where RAG comes in. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. In simple terms, instead of relying only on the model's training, you retrieve relevant information from your own data sources, augment that information, and the large language model generates a response. So now the model is not guessing, it is answering based on the retrieved information. This is what makes AI systems usable in production. Because enterprise system needs to be trustworthy. They need to be grounded in reality, not just probabilistic outputs. And RAG is what enables that. Now, there's another misconception that I want to address. Some people are saying RAG is dead or becoming less important because models have larger context windows. That is absolutely not true. See, because the problem is not how much data you can fit into the prompt. The real problem is retrieving the right kind of information and using that to generate the response. If you don't retrieve the right information, the model will still give you a confident but incorrect answer. So in practice, building a good RAG system is not just about plugging in a vector database. It is about how you structure your data, how do you retrieve it using the right kind of embedding models, how do you use the right kind of re-ranking models, and then how do you pass it to your LLM to actually generate the information. And to this mix, there are a lot of different RAG design patterns. And that is where the real engineering happens. So if you're building any real-world AI applications, especially in an enterprise setting, RAG is not optional. It is a core building block. So I'll see you tomorrow with a different AI engineering topic.